This is the newly redesigned Audi Q7. It's a 7-passenger luxury crossover that competes with vehicles like the Acura MDX and Mercedes-Benz GLE, just to name a few. I think what Audi's done here is very impressive. And in my opinion, after driving this vehicle for a week, I think it's the best driving car in the segment. I think it has the best interior, and I think it has the best overall value with a starting price of under $55,000. So what Audi's doing in their models recently is really stretching out the design of the headlights, tail lights, and it's going more of an east-west direction. They used to have the DRLs, or day running lights, that kind of had the little dots. Now you have this kind of reverse hockey stick. But everything about this is very big and very bold. As great as all the changes are on the exterior, I like the angled approach here. A lot of angled lines versus the curvy approach of the previous Q7 really helps it stand out. But on the interior, it's really amazing. I mean, you want to walk up to the car and be impressed with it, but once you're inside, that's where it really counts. Under the hood is a 3-liter V6 turbocharged engine producing 333 horsepower. Now, as you know, Audi tried to make a name for itself as the TDI company, but we're not going to talk about TDI. It's kind of a 4-letter word in the industry today, especially when it comes to Volkswagen and Audi. I still believe in the technology, but obviously they have some work to do. The vehicle they gave us is this V6, which is going to be kind of the bread and butter engine, and I think it's more than powerful, has a ton of torque, and works seamlessly with this Audi Q7. While the starting price of the Q7 is just under $55,000, our test vehicle comes in just under $73,000. One of the big reasons is the $9,500 Prestige package, which includes the 20-inch wheels and panoramic sunroof, just to name a few of the luxury appointments. But it's really the adaptive chassis $4,000 package that is impressive. With that, you get air suspension and 4-wheel steering. With the air suspension, it's going to adjust the suspension or the height of the vehicle based on the driving conditions and speed. I realize that technology exists in Range Rovers, but now you can get it in this Audi Q7. Like most of the vehicles in this segment, the third row is very limited, but you can control the seats electronically by pushing these buttons. Over here you see a button that shows the vehicle raising and lowering. I can actually lower the vehicle manually. Why would you do that? Well, let's just say you've got a lot of things to load back here and you don't want to have to lift up, especially if you're a shorter person. No problem. The technology and clarity that goes into the rear view camera and front view camera, for that matter, of the new Audi Q7 is amazing. So you have 5 different options, starting with a front corner view, followed by a front view, surrounding view, rear view, and the one I like the best, which is the rear corner view. So I have the rear corner view as a large part of the monitor, and the bird's eye view on the right side. You have these dynamic lines to really make it easy to park. I'm backing in at an angle, and with these dynamic lines and this surround view, really makes parking a breeze. And you also have parking sensors to let you know if you're getting too close. Great technology from Audi. We've seen similar systems, but I think they've really taken it to the next level. We saw what Audi did with the TT, how they pretty much moved all the information to where the driver can see it, right here where the gauges were. In the Q7, they've eliminated analog gauges. It's a completely high-resolution TFT screen. So you have a few options. Right now, you're in the full gauge view, but I can click the view button and my tach and speedometer really shrink down to about a quarter of their size, and I have all this vehicle information available to me. I can move over to see what music is playing, or I've got this, which to me is the most amazing view. This is my navigation screen right here in front of me. I have it here on the infotainment screen that passengers can see, but I also have it right in front of me. This is so vivid, so brilliant. Audi is really stepping things up. And they didn't stop there. The instrument panel, the center stack, everything has been completely reconfigured and redesigned, less buttons. The Audi Q7 has been one of my favorite vehicles to drive in the past 6 months. And that includes vehicles like the X5 and the XC90, which are both splendid, but Audi has really moved the bar. I could go on and on about how wonderful the interior is. You expect great seats and a great interior when you're spending $60,000 to $75,000 on a crossover, but Audi has really moved the bar up. The technology is just oozing out of this Q7, and they are really going to force the competition to go back to the drawing board. As far as performance, this is the same engine they've had before. They've had this engine for quite some time, but there's really no reason to change it if it works. It's efficient, it's powerful, and made it to this 8-speed automatic works really well. I got my sunglasses on right now, so it's hard to see the head-up display when you take it off. It's very clear. It's nice. It has the speed limit as well as your speed, so really no excuses for getting a speeding ticket anymore. And if you get too close, it'll alert you that you're too close to the car ahead of you. I know other vehicles have head-up display, but this one seems particularly clear, and it's full color. It's really amazing. It'll give you turn-by-turn directions, etc. The controls have been completely redone, and I just love them. They're very simple to use. Not quite as simple and clean as the Volvo XC90, but that XC90 relies very heavily on that touchpad, and we had a few issues with it when we had it. So I prefer something like this where we can still have some buttons, but they're nicely concealed and very elegantly displayed. Their designers are really second to none, in my opinion. I mean, we're going 100 right now. The car is extremely stable, extremely quiet. You can barely hear the engine. No road noise, no wind noise. They have done an exceptional job in refining the ride and handling, the noise, vibration, and harshness of the Q7. It is a thrill to drive. I could definitely make this Audi Q7 my daily driver, and I wouldn't really miss a lot of those other vehicles. Have this nice big 8-inch infotainment screen, which you can put away if you like. Plenty of ventilation. You also have this 4-zone button, which allows you to set the different zones. So if someone's hot or cold, you can adjust for that. I mean, look at this navigation system. It is so clear. I feel like I'm in a drone flying overhead and have this amazing bird's eye view. Just terrific technology. Audi, it definitely deserves to be at the top of your shopping list with this vehicle. Audi has done a great job of positioning itself as a top 5 luxury brand in America, and that is not an easy task. It took great product, a great dealership experience, something that companies like Acura and Lincoln are really struggling to find out. Very impressed with the Q7, highly recommend it, definitely top of the list for this particular segment, the